Well, there she is, Globe Life Field, ready to go one last time on this homestand. Rangers looking for a win to wrap up the homestand, and they got to do it today against a pretty hot New York Yankees.
6 starts so far this year, 5.79 ERA, trying to avoid, obviously, that long ball that's hurt him a little bit. When you look at the arsenal, it's split, cutter, curve, four-seam, and two-seam.
Be vulnerable. That's outside, and that's ball four. So a hit, batter, and a walk, and the Rangers have a little something cooking.
And here's the set. Nimmo not bunting, and he swings. It's a hard ground ball off the glove of Rice. It squirts to Chisholm, and he has no play at first base. Everybody's safe.
And there's a bouncing ball into left field, base hit. One run is in. Here comes Duran, and the throw's offline. Jung drives in a pair, and the Rangers have the 2-0 lead. And that was glorious.
Right guy, best hitter in 2026 for the Rangers. Two-seamer running in. Josh Jung pulls the hands in. Hard ground ball, scores two.
Back out there for New York, and here's a ball hit over third. Fair ball down the line. And that one making its way into the corner. Zeke is on his way to second and thinking about third, but he puts on the brakes. It's a leadoff double.
A leadoff double in the bottom of the seventh inning. No, and it's just poked up the middle. That's a base hit. Around third base, Duran. He got a great read, and he scores on the single by Haggerty. And the Rangers lead 3-0.
Welcome, everyone, to Mr. Maine Podcast. I'm Mr. Maine. Today, I will be bringing you a game recap between the New York Yankees versus the Texas Ranger. This game was played yesterday at Globe Life Field. The Rangers won the game by shutting out the New York Yankees by the score of 3-0. The New York Yankees did not score a run to this game. Nathan Eovaldi has his best game of the year. Last week, Nathan Eovaldi had his worst game by giving up 4 home runs. In this game, he redeemed himself by pitching 7 innings and not giving up any runs. He was a player of the game. Nathan Eovaldi had a terrible game last Friday, April 24th, 2026. They played against the Oakland A's at home. Nathan Eovaldi pitched for 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts, and 4 home runs. He was absolutely terrible, and I can't believe they kept him in the game for 6 innings. It was his bobblehead night last week, but he was absolutely terrible in that game. Come today against the New York Yankees, Nathan Eovaldi looked for redemption, try to redeem himself from that terrible performance. Against the Yankees, he did that by shutting out Aaron Judge and company and winning the game 3-0. The New York Yankees, Elmer Rodriguez making his major league debut at Globe Life Field. He pitched for 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, struck out 3, has an ERA of .50. Now, it was the play of Nathan Eovaldi pitching 7 innings, gave up 4 hits and 7 Ks, and the batting of Ezekiel Duran, who had 2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 walk, and Josh Jung, who had 1 hit and 2 RBIs, that sealed the deal for the Texas Ranger, beating the New York Yankees and shutting them out 3-0. Let's look at the scoring summary for the game. Texas Ranger, bottom of the 5th. Josh Jung, single to left. Ezekiel Duran score. And Alejandra Osana score. Brandon Nimmo to second. The score is Texas 2, Yankees 0. Bottom of the 7th. Sam Haggerty, single to center. Ezekiel Duran scorer, made the game 3-0. And that's it, the whole game. That's all the action. The Rangers won the game 3-0, shutting out the New York Yankees. Let's look at New York Yankees hitting. Ben Rice had 3 hits. Aaron Judge, 4 plate clearance. Aaron Judge had no hits, no runs, no RBIs, no home run, no walks. Aaron Judge basically did not show up for this game. Cody Bellinger had a run. Schumerman had 1 walk. And Jose Calabero had 1 hit. And that was it for the New York Yankees. That's all they did in the game. They got 5 hits the whole game. Now for the Texas Ranger, in the game, they got 3 runs and 7 hits and 1 error. Let's take a look at the hitting for the Texas Ranger in the game. Brandon Nimmo had 1 hit, 1 walk. Sam Haggerty had 1 hit, 1 RBI. Josh Jung had 1 hit, 2 RBIs. Corey Seager had 1 walk. Jock Penderson had 1 hit. Kyle H. had 1 hit. Alejandro Osana had 1 run, 1 walk. Last but not least, Ezekiel Duran, who had a big game. He had 2 runs, 2 hits, and 1 walk. Pitching for both teams, starting with the New York Yankees. The New York Yankees pitching. Starting pitcher Elmer Rodriguez pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 strikeouts. And for the Texas Ranger, their starting pitcher was Nathan Eovaldi. He pitched 7 innings, gave up 4 hits, had 7 strikeouts. He was terrific in the game. He was a gem. Jacob Latz came in for 2 innings, gave up 1 hit, had 1 strikeout, and that was it. The Texas Ranger pitched a shutout, 3-0 against the Yankees. Now let's look at the game recap. Nathan Eovaldi pitches 7 innings in Rangers' 3-0 win over Yankees to avoid series sweep. Arlington, Texas. Nathan Eovaldi allowed 4 hits over 7 scoreless innings. Hot hitting, Josh Jung had a 2-run single, and the Texas Ranger beat the American League best New York Yankees 3-0 on Wednesday to avoid a 3-game sweep. Jung's grounder through the left side of the infield with the bases loaded in the 5th inning put Texas up 2-0 and chased Elmer Rodriguez, a top Yankees prospect, making his big league debut. Jung has hit .381, 32 of 84 with 17 RBIs over 24 games in April. Sam Haggerty added an RBI single in the 7th for Texas. He had entered as a pinch runner in the 5th after Brandon Nimmo experienced right hamstring tightness when running the bases. Nimmo, the Rangers' new leadoff hitter who is batting .290, said after the game he was fine, expected to be ready to play in the next game Friday. Eovaldi, 3-4, who gave up 4 homers against the Athletics in his previous start on Friday, struck out 7 and walked 1 against the Yankees. He threw 70 of 102 pitches for strikes against a team that entered the game with a major best 48 homers. Jacob Latz struck out 1 and allowed a hit over final 2 innings for his 2nd save and wrapped up the Rangers' 3rd shutout this season. New York, 20 wins, 11 losses, which had won 10 of its previous 11 games, was held scoreless for the 2nd time this season. In a sign of frustration, Jazz Chisholm Jr. slammed his helmet against the dugout bench after flying out in the night. Rodriguez walked 4 and struck out 3. His first big league strikeout came on what became a strange double play in the 1st inning, and he got out of another bases-loaded jam in the 2nd. Josh Jung single for a challenge of a 96.5 miles per hour sinker on a called 3rd strike, while Nimmo, who held off with a walk on 5 pitches, was thrown out at 2nd on an attempt at stolen bases. Up next, a day off for both teams after a 7-2 road trip. The Yankees opened a 3-game series at home against Baltimore Friday night when Texas plays at Detroit. If you like this content, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next Ranger video.
month of April for Josh Jung just does not end. Josh, when you think about everything that it took to get you here and the fact that you have the best batting average in baseball for the month of April, how do you react to all of that?
I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. But honestly, it's just stay committed to the process. No matter what, every day come in, slate 0-0, and how can I get better? How can I groove my swing to go attack that starter?
Nathan Eovaldi pitches 7 shutout innings against one of the best lineups in baseball. How did he give you guys time to figure out a rookie pitcher today?
I mean, that's Nasty Nate at his finest. I mean, he held the line. We were finally able to break through there, but he held the line. He pitched a heck of a game, and I love playing behind him. It's awesome when he's attacking the zone, striking people out. I mean, he's just competing every pitch, and you can pat him on the back more for that.
Yankees are a good team. To steal one from them at the end of the series, knowing that you'll be facing them again in just a couple of days, what does that do for your momentum going into this road trip?
I mean, it's huge. We're going to face those starters again. We're going to face that bullpen again here in literally 5 days. So it's everything. I mean, it's huge for the morale of the clubhouse, have a happy flight, but you also know you're going to get here soon, so let's just get ready and go get them.
All right, thanks, Josh. We appreciate it.
Yep, thanks.
5 days ago to today, it really seemed like a night and day difference. What did you feel like was the biggest difference out there for you today?
Yeah, I just having that curveball, it's so effective for me, just being able to flip it in there for some first pitch strikes and then kind of put them away in some of the at-bats. Splitter felt really good today. I felt like we had a really good usage of attacking these guys. I'm kind of always adjusting with my mechanics and trying to find the right thing that feels good. Working with Teagues in between the starts and trying to get back to, just what feels good, moving down the mound and using my body and stuff. So, it worked today and we were able to, go out there and have some success. But again, we got to be ready for them again this next start.
After your last start, you said, it felt like you just didn't really have anything. So today to come out and be throwing your splitter like you were, what was that like for you?
No, yeah, I mean, it's always nice, especially if I have that pitch working for me. I feel like the day is going to go well. But we were able to use the cutter inside. The curveball again was a big one for us, and being aggressive with the splitter.
So what was the homework that you tasked yourself with on the splitter after the last start?
I feel like the splitter was relatively easier to fix. I just felt like I wasn't really getting good extension on it, so they weren't floating in there as well. I assume my arm saw was a little higher today, and I was able to get down on the splitter and finish that pitch well. And again, like I said, when I have that pitch working, I feel like I'm going to be in a good position to go out there and have success.
For the offense to be able to come through there in the 5th inning, just knowing the struggles you guys had this series with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, we definitely struggled early on in the season, but what a big hit that was by JJ. Shocker, another unbelievable day for him and quite a month. Zeke Duran had a really nice day as well. So I think him getting a base hit with runners in scoring position, I know we didn't score that inning. I think kind of, set the tone, quite honestly, that remembering that we are really good and we can do this thing. And sometimes it just takes, one guy to get that one hit. I know it was a blue pit kind of in front of Bellinger. Bellinger was playing in. There's no way we could score right there. Jazz actually did a really good job of getting Higgy back to the bag a little bit right there. So a little bit of retreat back to the bag so he couldn't score. But I thought that was kind of the moment we needed, even though we didn't score. And then JJ, huge hit. Sam Haggerty battled his butt off, left-handed, which I haven't given him a lot of at-bats with. Had trouble getting the bunt down and showed me up by getting a hit, which I'm totally okay with. So, obviously I'm guessing you're going to ask about Evo next, so I'll let you ask the next question.
What impressed you most about Nathan Eovaldi's bounce back today?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. This is who he is. This is more of who he's going to be the rest of the year. It shows you that he's also human, and it's okay to not, have this a couple starts that that weren't, what he's used to having. 7 innings. Was enormous for us just because of, it really helps the bullpen. And you can match up exactly how you want to match up after that. But for him to go 7 innings, I'm not sure if he walked a guy. I don't think he did. He might have, if it wasn't many. And then obviously the The strikeouts were, probably the most of the season so far for him. The cutter was super effective, and the split is where he wanted it. And I think that was the difference maker of the execution of the other pitches, which he's been used to having the last few years. He just didn't have it for a couple starts, and I think this is where he's going to be the rest of the year.